History repeats itself. It fails to die. You are now tuned into But What Is Life podcast, the ride to relax, relate, and release into reality where things get fun, real, and the advice is unsolicited. What's up? It's your girl Ani, and I am back to relax, relate, and release into another episode of But What Is Life. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing great. Period. Okay? So this episode is going to be all about dating, okay? Dating. Now, this episode was inspired by me making the decision that I am finally ready to date. For those that do not know me, this is a huge step. First of all, let me just say this. As a grown woman in today's society, I can honestly say that I do not have any experience on the dating scene. From the age 19 until the year I turned 28, I was with the same person. And then from 28 until now, I was just bombarded with literally starting my life over, getting used to a new environment, all that stuff, all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? So I did not have time to worry about dating this person or keeping up with this person, because I had a responsibility to get my shit in order first. You know what I'm saying? And also, I had to heal myself from the situation that I was in from 19 until the year I turned 28. So, I didn't have time to date. Let's just say that I did not have time to date. I prioritized myself and my child. That was most important. And on top of that, I wasn't in anybody's space to date anyway, because I would have brought toxicity, immaturity, irresponsibility, I don't give a fuck attitude, all around. I would have brought bad vibes to whoever I was dating in that time anyway. So that's the disclaimer for this here episode. Sis wasn't ready to date. She knew she wasn't ready to date, therefore she did not do it. So here I am, a 30-something, ready to explore the dating scene. I will say, in that time, of course, I had friends, people I knew that was on the dating scene, and they would share their stories. Please don't let this go over your heads. A smart man learns from his own mistakes, and a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. I have taken every story, every situation that I have been privy to before today. I have taken all of that and I have put it in a capsule, okay? For the time when I was ready to explore myself. So, I have taken all of that, plus my own experience with the person that I was with for several years. And I know now what I don't want, what I do want, what I will tolerate, and what I won't tolerate. And I can honestly say that I'm going to be stepping out on the scene ready, okay? Because I understand that a lot of people on the scene, they shouldn't even be breathing, sleeping shit about dating, okay? At all. They should not. Because they're just not in that space. It's a lot of people out here creating messy ass situations because they are not ready and they are too ignorant to understand that they are not ready to be doing whatever it is that they're doing. So I feel like I have the upper hand just because I've had time to sit in this shit. I've had time to heal myself. I've had time to reflect on things that I've done wrong in the past or things that I carried on from childhood that interfered with me in that relationship and showing up as my best self. I understand all that now. And like I said, I have my arsenal, my capsule, if you will, of other people's stories where I will be able to spot bullshit from a mile away. First of all, I'm good at judging character any fucking way. Let me just say that. I'm good at judging character any fucking way because my intuition be spot the fuck on. You hear me? Now that I have all of my tools in tow with my intuition, bitch, she's ready for whatever. Okay? Now I understand there will also be some things that I will learn once I officially step on the scene. You never get too old or too wise to gain more knowledge. I understand that. But like I said, I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I know what I will tolerate. And I know what I will not tolerate. Now we're moving on. I have a question for everybody listening. Who would you rather have? A rich man that will buy you whatever it is that you want, show you a little bit of attention, and flaunt you around as his little trophy? Or would you want a man that does good for himself in the financial sector? Let's just say he does great for himself. And he still has enough to show you a good time while also paying you attention. Being, of course, that's being attentive, but being attentive, really into you. He likes you for you. And he understands that y'all both complement each other. But I want to dive deep, shall we? Now, this brings us to a story time. So, of course, y'all know about my whole healing journey and all of that. Well, y'all know the surface level of my healing journey. I told y'all in episode 4, Daddy Issues. I think that's episode 4. 4 or 5. I think it's 4. If you have not checked that out, please go check it out. Better yet, all the previous episodes, all the previous 10 episodes, if you ain't checked that out yet, go check it out after you finish this one. But anyway, I talked about how I had conversations with my dad. Now, there was one conversation where it was nothing about the past or, what my feelings were, what his feelings were. It was really just a conversation. It was really just an ordinary conversation that we were having. And the conversation was about men. And of course, like me dating and asking him for different pieces of advice when it comes to dating men. Now, of course, he was saying everything that we all know, but the reason why it was such a monumental moment for me is because I was hearing it from the person that was supposed to teach me from Jump Street any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? So to finally have that conversation, it was everything for me. I asked him specifically, how would I know if a man is really into me? His answers were clear and concise, straight to the point. That's why I love talking to men, because they don't try to do the whole roundabout way of doing shit and beating around the bush. They get straight to the point and that's it. And we moving on. So he clearly said, you gonna know when a man is into you because he gonna pay you some attention. He's gonna listen to what you're saying. You will just know. Because he gonna make sure that you know that he's all about you. So I said, okay, so what are some things that I can look for as like little mile markers, if you will? So he said, okay, say for instance, y'all was having a conversation and you said that you love chocolate ice cream. And then the next time that y'all linked up, well, he didn't say linked up, but the next time y'all got together and to spend time together, he brought you some chocolate ice cream. Even though you didn't ask him for none, it was just that he remembered in y'all's previous conversation that that's something that you like. So he decided to gift you with some chocolate ice cream. And he was like, it don't have to be the grandest of grandioso. You know what I'm saying? It's really the small things that you will notice a man doing where you can tell that he's really paying attention to you and that he's really into you, just because of course he didn't, this is not his words. I'm just paraphrasing what he said. He was basically saying that the vibe is just going to be there. Like, you're going to know. And then I was like, okay. I said, when it comes to dating, what is some advice that you would share with me today as a grown woman that you would have also shared with me as a young girl? And he said, I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what's going on, what's not going on. At the end of the day, when you dealing with these men, you better be direct. When I say he stressed that, he said, I don't care what is going on. Be direct. And I'm like, it's so crazy that you say that, because I feel when it comes to dating, women are always trying to cater to what the man's feelings are, where they will put themselves on the back burner and what they're feeling in situations. I just lost my train of thought. What the fuck was I about to say? That fucking quick. All in the name of, well, I don't want him to look at me a certain kind of way, or I don't want him to think of me like this because I'm really being true to myself in the situation. Whatever the case may be. And basically, he told me, that's the worst thing you can do. So I'm like, okay, why do you say that? And he was like, because you're that's an open invitation to allowing a man to play with you any kind of way. That's why a lot of women will get their feelings hurt, because they don't be direct. They don't say what's on their mind when it comes to these men. All, like you said, all because they worried about what he think. At the end of the day, if you be upfront with that man, you don't know in the beginning stages versus on the tail end of things whether or not he really there for you, or if he there to benefit off of whatever you bring into the table. Because when you're direct with a man, you're giving him basically a guideline. And if you do that up front, that's gonna weed out all the men that's just here to play with you anyway. Because a man that is determined about getting a woman that he wants, he's going to make sure that he stays within those guidelines so that he can get what he came for. Versus a man that's just here to play games with you, he not going to put up with that shit. So that's going to weed him out early. And it's so cliche, it's so common. Even though common sense ain't so common. But it's such common sense when I was just listening to him, because it's like, this is something that us as women, we fucking know. We know this shit. But what the fuck do? We always want to go dive into the deep end and thinking that, oh, well, no, maybe he's doing this because of this. And always trying to find an excuse as to why a nigga is doing the shit that he is doing. When in all actuality, he's doing the shit that he's doing because that's what the fuck he wants to do. He ain't doing that shit because he feeling some kind of way and he don't know how to bring it to you. That's what the fuck we do. We hide shit. We throw stones and motherfucking hide our hands and expect the next motherfucker. And when I say we, I'm talking about us women. We throw stones, hide our hands, and expect the next motherfucker to try to figure it all out. It's a fucking game with us. We always talk about how men are playing games and this, that, and the third. When in all actuality, no, these niggas be straight to the motherfucking point. They ain't got time for them games. Of course, men do play games, but they only play games when you allow them to play with you. Now, let me tell y'all something. I ain't no video game, and I'm not no human life-size doll. So, bitch, you can't play with me. And that's on fucking period. I don't give a fuck who you is. Small kids, grown kids, aunties, uncles, grannies, and granddaddies. Bitch, nobody can play with me because I'm not a motherfucking toy. So, make sure these niggas know that they can't play with you. Please. Be fucking wrecked. And if they got a fucking problem with it, oh fucking well. That's very broad because women be being direct and they be all kinds of wrong too. Because that takes us from our story time to the fact that niggas will be out here saying that they are single as a dollar bill. And that is what will get them fucked and have us women looking like the side bitch. I cannot understand the mind of females. If you don't remember from one of my previous episodes, when it comes to the word female and the word women, if I'm saying female, bitch, you are the lowest of the motherfucking low, okay? I'm not even gonna call you a bitch. I'm gonna call you a motherfucking female. I'm gonna call you a species. I'm not gonna call you an individual as a woman. Because some of y'all be doing some fucked up shit and it just be like, yeah, that's a female right there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing worse than being called a fucking female. That's just like homeboy said on Baby Boy. Y'all some unstable creatures. Baby, that's the lowest of the low. But anyway, I digress. I can't understand the mind of females who thrive at being a side instead of the entree. Like, so you gonna be direct with a nigga and let him know that you are okay with being second best, and then have the audacity to expect more? Please, somebody, email me, tweet me, help me figure this out. By the way, Be Will Podcast, that's BWIL Podcast on Twitter. And the email is butwhatislifepodcast@gmail.com. But anyway, somebody please help me understand how the hell you can degrade and disrespect yourself for said man and expect him to treat you with the utmost respect, the most grace, and give you the world. I don't understand that logic for the fucking life of me. And I understand men be out here doing the crazy shit that they do. But that goes back to the fact that us as women, we gotta own our part. Let me say this. I'm trying to be inclusive of everybody and speak to us as the collective, but let me tell y'all this. I do not consider myself in that collective when it comes to this category because, bitch, I don't be out here doing this kind of shit. I'm sorry, I don't do this kind of shit. This is all off of hearsay or just people's experiences that I know. So I am not a contributing factor to the bullshit narrative that y'all have created for us women. And I don't like that. But anyway, we have to own our part in the simple fact when it comes to these men in different situations that we are in, because of all of the excuses we make for men. And we always want to make it seem like it's more than what the fuck it is, when in all actuality, it's not. Y'all have created this narrative that women will allow anything. Therefore, these niggas is doing everything. And now y'all want to fucking retaliate off of some shit that you fucking created. Bitch, how do that make sense? Please, make it make sense, sis. Because it doesn't. I'm sorry. It does not fucking make sense. How you mad at this nigga when you the one who was throwing fucking stones and shit, hiding your fucking hands, and now this motherfucker, he just reacting to it. So now you want to be the big bad wolf and huff and puff and blow the fucking house down? Baby, please. Baby, please. Get it together. That is fucking insanity. Fucking sanity, bitch. And I don't have time for it. Let me tell y'all this. Now that I'm not officially on the dating scene, but when I decide that I am officially on the dating scene, I have 3 deal breakers in dating. This ain't in no relationship. This ain't in no fucking marriage. Because I got to date before I even get there. So in the process of a man courting me, I have 3 deal breakers. And that is, first, do you have a woman that is in a relationship with you? I'll wait. If that went over your heads, I want to know if a man has a woman from his past or recent past that is in a relationship with him, but he ain't in a relationship with her. That's a fucking deal breaker. I want to make sure the man I'm dating does not have any childhood or adult relationship traumas that they have not healed from. That's number 2. And number 3 is I need a man. No. Baby, choose your words wisely. I want a man that knows what he wants. Because, baby, if you don't know what you want, it ain't nothing that we can do. Because you not knowing what you want means that you are not in alignment to even date with a damn purpose. If you do not fall in line with those 3 things, Baby, it ain't shit that we can do. We don't even need to figure out what each other's favorite color is, bitch. Because that is neither here nor there. Those are 3 things that I honestly feel are important. Important. I need you to be single. I need you to be healed. And I need you to be on a mission with a purpose. Okay? That will help us set the foundation. First of all, if you heal yourself, there are things that you will encounter on your healing journey where it will just set you on the right path with a moral compass where you can blaze those trails efficiently and effectively. That's what I feel. So that is most important. And that ties into the simple fact that you are now dating with a purpose. Because at the end of the day, once we get entangled into something, we got to make sure that we can hold each other accountable. We know what we like. We know what we dislike. We know what we will tolerate, what we will not tolerate. We will have a syllabi, if you will, syllabus. We will have that to really set us on the path to success in this love game. You feel what I'm saying? And of course, we can do all of that because of the fact that you're single. When you don't have those 3 ingredients first before the courting stage, that creates that creates situationships where there's a lack of being loved properly by your mate. And it's at the end of the day, it's just a disaster, a train wreck ready to fucking happen. I've already done that in my life. Been there, done that, and I will not be doing it again. I'm going to be responsible. I am going to be respectful. I am going to hold myself accountable. And I'm going to make sure that I understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and have an end goal for it all. And if I do that with my partner in tow doing the same thing, bitch, we lit. Like they say, happy wife, happy life. So cliche. But I honestly agree with that, because when you out here accepting anything from a man, that means you will receive every and anything in a can of worms. And that is the problem with women. Like I said, y'all have set us up. Not necessarily y'all. I would say the women of our past, our elders, they have set us up for failure because it just became the family pathology. Everybody follows what the fuck they saw before. Now, I do feel like we're in a generation where people are actually healing themselves and they understand that you have to do that work. You have to unlearn some shit, relearn, and create what you want your reality to be. I feel like we are in that generation. So things can be on the up and up, but we still have some bad apples in the bunch that just don't have a fucking clue. When you accept anything, that means you will fall for any fucking thing. Versus if you set a standard for yourself and you tell a man, this is what you are not going to do. In turn, you're teaching him how to treat you. When it comes to the collective as women, with the whole retaliating and trying to treat niggas how niggas treat us. That is the most toxic thing a woman could ever follow or go by. When you think of Steve Harvey's book, Think Like a Man, of course, that was his way of trying to help women understand the mind of a man and be able to navigate dating men and making sure you get what you need, you get what you want, and you're not abused in the situation. But I feel that women have taken that as, and I won't say all, because all did not do that, but a lot of women have taken that and are using that as their Bible to crucify men and basically milk them for everything that they got. And it's like, who said that doing what that nigga did to you is gonna make the situation better? Two wrongs don't make a right, baby. You out here trying to level the playing field, and at the end of the day, you got a nigga for his wallet or whatever the case may be. You done created that karmic energy that's gonna come the fuck back around to your ass full fucking circle. And then you still by your motherfucking self at the end of the day. Because when have we ever heard of a man dealing or putting up with any fucking thing when it comes to women? That's one thing I can say about men. They really have self fucking respect when it comes to them being played by a woman, or hell, whatever your sexual orientation is, whoever the fuck you out here fucking. But I know when it comes to men, they not about to allow themselves to be played. I'm sorry. We know this, and we know this first fucking hand. So why do you women think no, let me take that back. Why do you females think that you're evening the playing field? Actually, you're digging a hole for yourself at this point, because you're still lonely. You're still needing a man versus wanting a man, because everything that you have tried has fucking failed. How about you be true to your motherfucking self and be who the fuck you are, and stop trying to do what you see every Tom, Dick, and Harry fucking doing? How about that? Let's try that. If you allow a man that wants to treat you right, baby, it's going to open the field of wildflowers where you are just going to pour into that man, because you will floweth over just from the simple fact that what that man is doing for you is genuine, and because he wants to fucking do it. And I feel like both parties benefit from that. If a man is being true to himself and he's really into that woman, and he does things and loves on that woman genuinely because that's what the fuck he want to do, because it makes him happy, in turn that makes the woman that he is with happy. Therefore, she will reciprocate all of that exuding energy to where he will get that back. What is so hard for the women as a collective to understand that? You sitting here going at this nigga with games, bitch, you gonna come back with bullshit. I understand. Sometimes you go into a situation and you being true to yourself and you being honest, and you still come back with bullshit. But that plays into the whole narrative that you allowed that man to fucking play with you. Stop trying to point the finger at everybody else, because when you do that, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. And bitch, I wonder fucking why. Have you done the fucking work on yourself? Do you know what the fuck you bringing to the table to even create a situation like this? Do you understand that? If you don't, baby, go back to the motherfucking drawing board and try to figure it the fuck out. Heal your motherfucking self. Heal yourself from past childhood traumas. Heal yourself from past relationship traumas. You taking all that fucking baggage to a new nigga and expecting him to unload that shit? Bitch, that ain't his job. That ain't his fucking responsibility to unload that shit. It's yours. You are supposed to go into a situation fucking complete, instead of going into a situation looking for a man to complete you. You cannot do that, and vice fucking versa. Nigga, you can't go into a situation trying to expect that you gonna get the love from your woman that you were supposed to get the love from your motherfucking mama. It don't fucking work that way. Heal your motherfucking self so you can have a blissful, blessed union with your partner. And that's on period. Now, I understand. I really just got real passionate about what the fuck I was talking about. But I just want y'all to understand, like, this really works my nerve, because people do not learn from their fucking mistakes. Therefore, they find themselves in the same situation over and over and over and over and over again, time after time after time after time after motherfucking time, and you wondering why. How the fuck are you wondering why? You ain't even stopped and took a second to really be in the moment and understand what the fuck was really going on. But you just so in autopilot where you just going. But you're never the fucking problem. So I stand by my word. I feel that women have created this bullshit as far as when it comes to men playing these fucking games with them. It all goes back to the earlier days when the women wasn't working and the man was, bringing home the checks. So they did whatever they had to do to cope with the situation. If that meant that Barbara was going to be calling Shirley, or Shirley was going to be calling Barbara, and coming to her as a motherfucking woman, that was their time. That was their shit that they had to deal with. You don't have to do that. We are in a new day and age and motherfucking time. Do something different. I beg of you. We on to the last thing, because I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all know I be trying to get straight to the point and get y'all out of here so y'all can go about y'all's day. People who are dating aren't dating to date. They're dating to fuck or benefit however they can from the person that they are dating. Nobody has time to get to know people. Therefore, their attention spans are like 2-year-old children. It isn't there, bitch. You see something nice and shiny, it has your attention for 2 seconds and you are on to the next, because you saw the next thing twinkle and sparkle out of your peripheral vision. That is something, as a collective, men and women, we got to get that shit together. If you have not paid attention, I have a theme going on. And I also told y'all, I'm not here to spit bullshit and talk about shit that don't make sense or contradict myself. That's not what I'm here to do. I am here to help all of us as a collective be better. Be better when it comes to different things and different aspects in our lives. Because if we can do that, we can have a better outcome. But one person can't do all the work, and then expect others to follow. I need y'all, whoever is fucking listening, start to implement these things in your day-to-day, in the things that you do every single day. You really have to do that, because once you do it, the people around you, they gonna fucking catch on, bitch. They gonna catch on, and it's gonna be like, okay, well, Maybe she was on to something when she said X, Y, and Z. You'll rub off on them. And this goes back to what I just said about men expecting to get love from their mate that they wanted to receive from their mother. Like, you cannot take the wrongdoings or the abuse from your parents and put that on somebody that is your fucking peer. Bitch, they was probably getting the same treatment at home. You don't fucking know that. How the fuck do you expect this motherfucker to know what's going on with you if you don't even know that? Stop going out here with no fucking purpose, hindering situations with different people because you looking for all the wrong things. Please heal yourself so you can have a healed result, bitch. And I think that that's all I got for y'all today. That's it. That's really it. That's all I got. So I want y'all to do y'all's homework today. Figure out what your deal breakers are, whether you in a relationship or not. And also answer the question, who do you want? A rich man that will buy you everything, don't pay you no attention, have all his bitches on the side and carry you around like his little trophy? Or do you want a man that does great for himself in the financial sector, that can also show you a great ass time, but also pay you some fucking attention, and he likes you for you? Please hit me up on the fucking email, butwhatislifepodcast@gmail.com, or interact with me on fucking Twitter, bitch. And that is BWIL Podcast, BWIL Podcast, period. If nobody has told you today, I love you, and I want to thank y'all for listening to this here episode on dating. But until the next episode, relax, relate, and release into a healthier dating experience or relationship. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye-bye.